Welcome to the Science Corner. We love diving into fascinating discoveries here.
Glad to be exploring this one.
Today, we're actually heading way back, Middle Jurassic.
That's right.
We're looking at a newly found sauropod dinosaur from China, Jin Chuan Lung Nidu. It's apparently quite a significant find for understanding these giants.
Oh, absolutely. It's giving us a really crucial window into a key period of sauropod evolution.
And what makes it stand out? I heard something about the skull.
Exactly. The preservation is remarkable. A nearly complete skull. That's incredibly rare for these types of dinosaurs, especially from this era. A real paleontological treasure.
Wow. Yeah, usually just get fragments, right? So a whole skull.
Yeah.
That gives you so much more detail. Okay, let's get into it. This Jin Chuan Lung, the Jin Chuan dragon, where did it turn up?
So the main specimen, the holotype, it's cataloged as JCMF 0132. It was found back in 2017 by Dr. Li Ducking. The spot is the Xinsh Formation, which is in the Jinchuan district, Gansu province. That's in northwest China.
Northwest China. And that area, is it known for fossils?
It's certainly becoming more important, especially for this Middle Jurassic period. This find adds quite a bit to the picture.
And the news is recent. When was it published?
Very recent. The paper describing the new genus and species, Jin Chuan Lung Nidu, just came out in 2025. Leah and colleagues published it in the scientific report. So, yeah, hot off the press, scientifically speaking.
Great. Let's talk about that name. Jin Chuan Lung, Jin Chuan dragon. Makes sense, location-wise. But Nidu, what's that about?
Yes, Nidu. It's quite clever, actually. It combines Ni, which means nickel.
Nickel?
Yes, and Du, meaning city. It's a nod to Jinchuan being known for its nickel resources, its mining industry.
Huh. Linking the ancient dinosaur to the modern economy. I like that.
It's a nice way to ground the discovery, connects past and present.
So this Nickel City dragon, then, what did it actually look like? Give us a sense of scale.
Okay, well, based on what we have, that skull, which is about 31 centimeters long.
About a foot long.
Right, and maybe 12, 13 centimeters tall, plus parts of the neck and tail. The estimate is around 10 meters in length.
10 meters, so roughly 33 feet.
Exactly. And weight-wise, probably somewhere between 3.5 and 4.5 tons. So think maybe a large delivery truck, roughly.
Okay, that's substantial, a proper giant for its time. Now, back to that skull you mentioned is so special. What specific features does it show?
Well, first off, even though it's a bit squashed sideways from, millions of years underground.
Sure, fossilization.
Right. But you can still see most of the sutures, the lines where the skull bones meet and fuse. That's really informative.
And the teeth. What do they tell us about its diet?
The teeth are key. They're spoon-shaped.
Spoon-shaped.
Yeah, with kind of wrinkled enamel. But importantly, no denticles, no little serrations like you see on meat-eater teeth. So that strongly points towards a diet of plants, probably softer to moderately tough vegetation. And it suggests a simple cropping feeding style, not a lot of chewing or grinding in the mouth.
Just sort of stripping leaves, maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
Any idea how old this particular dinosaur was when it died?
We think it was probably not fully grown, maybe a subadult or even a juvenile.
What makes you say that?
Several things. Some of the bones in the vertebrae, like the neural arch and spine, aren't fully fused together yet. Same with parts of the atlas, the very first neck bone.
I see.
And also, there's an opening on top of the skull called the pineal foramen. It's quite large in this specimen, and that's often a feature seen in younger sauropods.
Interesting. So, besides the skull, what else was found? You mentioned neck and tail parts.
Yes, exactly. We have the first 5 neck vertebrae, the cervicals, still attached, articulated with the skull.
Still connected, okay.
And then a good chunk of the tail end. 29 tail vertebrae, the caudals, also articulated, found still linked together.
Wow, that's quite a section.
It is. And interestingly, in the rock between the neck and tail sections, there's about a 5-meter gap they found impressions. Faint outlines suggesting where the hip bones, the pelvic girdle, and the sacral vertebrae would have been.
Just the impressions, not the bones themselves.
Just the impressions, yeah. It's tantalizing. Gives you a hint of the missing parts, but not the full picture.
Makes you wonder. Okay, this is all fascinating detail, but where does Jin Chuan Lung fit in the big picture? The sauropod family tree.
Right, the phylogeny. So the analysis done by Lai and his team places it as a basal member of a group called Neosauropoda.
Neosauropoda, meaning?
Think of them as the true sauropods, a bit more advanced than the very earliest forms, but Jin Chuan Lung sits outside a major subgroup within that called Neosauropoda.
And Neosauropoda includes the really famous ones.
Exactly. That's where you find the diplodocoids, like Diplodocus and Apatosaurus, and the macronarians, like Brachiosaurus and Titanosaurs. Jin Chuan Lung is more primitive than those.
So it's on an earlier branch of that evolutionary tree.
Precisely. The analysis suggests its lineage split off after dinosaurs like Jobaria and Laprindosaurus, but before another group called Turriosauria evolved.
Which makes it kind of a transitional form.
You could say that. It's really important because it helps us piece together the evolutionary steps between those earlier sauropods and the later, more derived Neosauropods. It sheds light on that transition.
A key piece of the puzzle, then.
Definitely. You know, the term missing link gets thrown around maybe too much, but Jin Chuan Lung genuinely provides insights into how those Neosauropod features might have developed.
And specifically for Asia.
Yes, it tells us a lot about early sauropod evolution in East Asia. And again, having that amazing skull for a non-Neosauropod eusauropod, that's incredibly valuable information.
Right, the skull detail is crucial. So let's picture its world. What was the Jino formation like back then? What kind of environment are we talking about?
We're talking about the late Bethonian age, Middle Jurassic, so around 168 to 166 million years ago.
Okay.
The specific layer where Jin Chuan Lung was found consists of yellowish conglomerates, sandstone, siltstone, mixed with silty mudstone.
And clues about life.
Yes. Importantly, that layer also preserved fossil plants and pollen, direct evidence of the flora.
What does that tell us about the habitat overall?
Well, looking at the whole formation, including upper layers with freshwater turtles and even plesiosaur teeth.
Plesiosaurs? In freshwater?
Seems like it, or at least estuaries or large river systems connected to the sea. The overall picture is a humid sort of lake and river system, a lacustrine fluvial environment.
So lakes, rivers, floodplains?
Exactly. Within the Chaoshui Basin, probably shallow lakes, meandering rivers. This kind of place would have supported diverse plant life, ferns, cycads, that sort of thing, and invertebrates too. Plenty of food for a big herbivore like Jin Chuan Lung.
Sounds quite lush. A vibrant ecosystem.
It really paints a picture of ecological diversity in Middle Jurassic China.
Okay, so let's pull it all together. What's the main significance of this Jin Chuan Lung discovery? Why should we be excited about it?
Well, first, it's actually the earliest sauropod known from Gansu province, so it extends their known range back in time for that specific area.
Expanding the map, essentially.
Right. And more broadly, it just adds a huge amount to what we know about the diversity of these early diverging sauropods. It gives us crucial data points for understanding sauropod evolution in that whole region of northwest China.
You mentioned some similarities to other Chinese sauropods earlier.
Yes, there are some resemblances in the skull features to dinosaurs like Mamenchisaurus and Shunosaurus, which are also from the Middle to Late Jurassic in China.
It was definitely distinct.
Oh, absolutely. It has its own unique set of features, what we call autapomorphies, things like a little extra hole, a foramen on one of the upper jaw bones, the maxilla, an opening on the prefrontal bone near the eye socket, a particularly robust postorbital bone behind the eye with specific proportions.
Specific anatomical details.
Exactly. And even the percentage that one bone, the jugal, contributes to an opening in the skull called the infratemporal fenestra. It's about 22%, which is unique. So while there are similarities, the overall package is clearly different.
So it confirms there was more variety among these early sauropods in China than maybe we thought.
Precisely. It suggests a more complex evolutionary story was playing out there before the Neosauropods really took over globally. A richer tapestry of early sauropod life.
And the completeness of the skull is the icing on the cake.
It really is. Complete skulls for non-Neosauropod eusauropods are just so rare. It makes Jin Chuan Lung incredibly important for future studies, for comparing features, for building more accurate evolutionary trees. It's a benchmark specimen.
Jin Chuan Lung Nidu, the dragon from the Nickel City. It really does give us this amazing glimpse into the Middle Jurassic, doesn't it? And clarifies a step in sauropod evolution. A fantastic addition to our Science Corner explorations.
Absolutely. Its skull, its evolutionary position, the environment it lived in.
Yeah.
It all adds up to a really significant piece of the puzzle for understanding how these giant herbivores got started, especially in Asia.
It definitely leaves you thinking. What else is waiting in those rocks in the Jinki Formation? What other secrets about the age of dinosaurs are still out there, waiting to be discovered in that region? It's a reminder that paleontology is always uncovering new chapters. Thanks for joining this deep dive.